Well, hello folks, hope you're all keeping well. And while you watch me busily dress my hide at about 3 times the normal speed, I'll explain a few things. Now, I've been recently trying to decoy pigeons on the stubbles. I've got a couple of farms I can shoot over and both have started to cut their crops. But it hasn't really been going terribly well for me. I think the total bag for the first 2 outings was 2 birds. Either the birds have got far too much option as everybody started to cut at the same time so they can flit about to whatever field they want, or the fields already have been very heavily shot. Of course there's more than me out there wanting a day's sport as well. But thankfully both farms still have fields to cut, so hopefully in the next coming weeks I'll get another opportunity or two and maybe a better bag. Anyway, back to the footage you're watching now. This is a permission not far away from where I live. And I'd already hit this field and it wasn't very successful. I only got one pigeon. The birds just weren't interested. But I noticed the farmer had started cutting a second field, so I came back this morning to have another go, but realised what he had cut wasn't really going to work for me. So I set up in the exact same place as I did a few days ago. Now, I really wasn't expecting much from the day, but as the title suggests, I was just out to get my head shired, which is sort of Northern Irish slang for getting out, doing something different to help clear your head out a bit and relax, and the fresh air is pretty good at doing that. And I'm glad I got out, made the effort. I got a few birds, not a terribly big bag, but they all go into the freezer, and I got some interesting footage that I hope you'll enjoy. I use about 10 full-bodied flock decoys, which I touched up at one time with a bit of paint from B&Q. Yeah, I know it's not the right sort of paint, but it still seems to work for me okay. I set them out in a rough semicircular shape, pointing roughly into the wind, leaving a hole in the centre, hopefully that the incoming birds will land in that and give me a clear shot at them. I'm using my John Bowkett blueprinted BSA Superten. It's got a Vira silencer on it, a Nikko Stirling Targetmaster 4-16x44 LRS scope on it. I'm using the JSB 15.89 grain pellets, and it's running at about 15 to 16 foot-pounds of energy. And yes, it's on my FAC. I'm not sitting too long till I hear an awful clatter coming from my left hand side. It's certainly no wood pigeon. Looks like a bird of prey has swooped down in and tried to grab a hold of one of my decoys. Now, I'm used to seeing buzzards, common buzzards around the field, even sparrowhawks, but this is neither to me. And after a wee bit of search in Google, I actually think it's a peregrine falcon, and a female at that. But sure, if anybody knows anything better, please let me know in the comments. And anybody who writes shoot it will get deleted, as all birds of prey in the UK are fully protected by law. It's really having a go at that decoy. It's probably wondering why it isn't fighting back. Looks as if it's trying to get some sort of killing blow into the neck or head, but the bird's just too hard to get a grip of. Anyway, it was fun to watch, but I better pop out and reset my decoy before it manages to fly away with it. He circled round a wee bit before realising there's no free meal here for him, so eventually cleared off. But I eventually got an opportunity. I was a fairly young pigeon. Which I missed. I hate missing the first one in the morning. Another young wood pigeon, as it has no white neck bars yet. That was far better shooting. Okay, this is the footage from the second day, which went far better for me. You can see how long the stubble is here, making it hard to even find the birds, never mind shoot them. Every now and again I'll go out and set the birds up as decoys, because if they're lying on their backs, they only put the other birds off from landing. Another young wood pigeon, quite a plump one too. He's busy feeding, so I decided to go for a heart shot between the shoulder blades. And he's done. I've been watching this bird for a good few minutes now, trying to get a shot, but the barley stubble's just so long. Just missed him, put the pellet below his chin. Doubt he's a wee bit further than I thought. Now that's more like it. Nope, he's away. Thought I might get a double there. When I'm setting the birds up as decoys, If I see any loose feathers or even blood laying, I always like trying to cover up with a bit of straw in case it puts off other birds from landing. Some of the birds started landing further out into the field, probably 60 to 70 yards away, too far away for a sensible shot. But after a while something spooked them, and one or two landed into my decoy pattern. How did I miss that? It was only about 15-20 yards away. Let's see if I can redeem myself here. You can see the difference in coloration with the adult birds, having the white neck bars. But both young and old still have the white wing and tail bars. Well, I've probably been sitting a good 4 hours or more, and you can probably hear the hedge cutter in the distance working its way around a nearby field, so I decided to call it a day. Yeah, I know, it's not a terribly big bag for the effort, but at least I got out, I done something, I cleared my head a wee bit, got some footage, and put some meat in the freezer. And there can't be much wrong with that, hey?